But that's not what happened. They were returned to Mexico.
They didn't ask me if I was afraid to go back to Mexico. They just told me about the new law that was in place.
And they say they're still in fear of their lives.
He said I haven't felt safe at all. I traveled through Mexico.
And they, similar to Selvin, feel like this gang could still get them while they're in Mexico.
Okay, so the Trump administration, in sending these migrants back to Mexico, is basically saying it's safe for you in Mexico. But many of the migrants you're talking to are saying we have targets on our backs. What does the court say?
Well, in April, a judge in San Francisco blocks it.
Yeah, another legal hurdle for the president's border battle. Judge Richards.
He says that there's not sufficient safeguards to this policy and worries that the life or freedom of the migrants would be threatened. But then...
This is a Fox News alert. The Trump administration's Remain in Mexico policy for asylum seekers getting a big boost from an unlikely source tonight.
The Ninth Circuit in California actually issues a stay, meaning that the policy can continue for the time being.
The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals rules with the president. Can you believe this?
And this surprised a lot of people because the Ninth Circuit is the court that's actually struck down many of the administration's immigration policies.
A big victory for President Trump.
This is one of the biggest victories for DHS at that point. I mean, think about all the other ways that they have tried to restrict asylum for migrants, whether it be family separation, which was a disaster, trying to restrict asylum for those who cross illegally, blocked immediately. Then you have this, which is essentially saying, potentially, no migrants who apply for asylum in the U.S. are going to be in the U.S., are going to wait in the U.S. That's huge.
Wow, so at this point, the administration is feeling really confident about this policy.
That's right. They see this as validation of the policy, and the number of migrants being returned to Mexico starts to steadily increase. First from a couple dozen to a couple hundred a day. But the administration wants to do even more.
We'll be right back.
The Daily is supported by Hotwire. When I go on vacation, I hate having to choose between getting a nice hotel, but then skimping on experiences. Well, with Hotwire, I don't have to choose. Hotwire is a travel site that hides the hotel name to help you get more for less. You'll still know the neighborhood, star ratings, and customer reviews so you can book with confidence. Score a 4-star hotel at 2-star prices at HOTWIRE, hotwire.com. All bookings final.
Okay, Zolan, so the administration has won this big victory in court and Remain in Mexico can continue. But you said they want more. What more do they want?
Well, there's still huge numbers of migrants coming to the border every single day. You know, we've got record-breaking numbers at the end of each month. And this policy really is just a drop in the bucket. They want to expand it across the entire border. They want to send back thousands of people a day to wait in Mexico. So yes, they've gained a victory, but they're not happy. And that came to a head a couple weeks ago. I was in Guatemala City, embedded with the Homeland Security Secretary. And we were late to go meet the UN ambassador for Guatemala. We're kind of wondering what's going on. I'm with another reporter, and we know something's happening because the president that morning had stepped outside the White House and told reporters,
I will be making a major statement. I would say my biggest statement on the border probably today or tomorrow. Thank you.
The biggest announcement yet on the border is coming. Everybody's trying to find out what is going to happen. There was word that it might have something to do with asylum policy, and then later on, the president, in his medium of choice, tweets out what the news is.
Here's the president's tweet a moment ago. On June 10th, the United States will impose a 5% tariff on all goods coming into our country from Mexico.
He is now threatening Mexico with tariffs
until such time as illegal migrants coming through Mexico and into our country stop.
This sets off a frenzy.
Shares of the major automakers hitting the skids today after President Trump threatens to slap 5% initially tariffs on all Mexican imports.
The stock market is deeply in the red in the pre-markets right now, and we're